God, hello everybody. Welcome to the show. We call this butt stuff because we talk about butt and stuff and the stuffs and the butts. So before we get the guests in here, we're gonna do the disclaimer. So this is all under the Copyright Act of 1976, honey. And so don't copyright claim us, okay, honey? Because we're just doing this for fun. That's all we're doing this for. All right, so we're gonna bring in our guests one by one, and the last guest we're gonna bring in that's on the panel right now. Oh my God, everybody's gonna die laughing because I didn't know we were gonna have somebody of celebrity status here, and I believe it's the cousin of somebody that it's famous. So I guess it's they're almost famous, honey. So hello, Vila, how are you doing, honey?
I'm good, thanks, Cookie darling. How are you?
I am doing wonderful now that I have all you here, and now that we're doing the streaming this thingies, my bobbers. You know, it's like
You
the
look
Zoomisms
absolutely
call.
stunning. I love it.
Thank you
Your
so much.
eyeshadow looks bluer than ever.
Oh, I tried to put it on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you, honey. Thank you. I got my new digs when I got a new place, so now I found a sugar daddy, and he just pays for everything now. So I'm in this like beautiful home now. Oh my God, honey.
Amazing.
All right, let's bring in the brainless. Oh, how are you doing, honey?
Hey, Cookie. Oh, you look wonderful today.
Well, thank you so much, honey. I got a breast. I got my breasts pushed up a little bit. I didn't get a boob job. They just kind of made them go a little bit higher. So I know you can't really see them right now, but that's what happened to me, honey. All right. Oh, I'll say okay. So this next guest that we're gonna bring in. Everybody, make sure that you aren't gonna fall out of your chair, and you aren't drinking anything or smoking anything because I cannot believe that we have this amazing guest next. I think that I want to say it's the niece of Elon Musk. Who are you, honey?
I'm Miss Sea Cucumber.
Oh, okay,
it's lovely to be here with you.
Well, thank you for being here. This is just amazing. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pearlfish couldn't be here tonight, so I jumped over and went on his computer for him.
All right. Oh, this is amazing. Oh my God, honey. Okay, all right. I hope not, Liam. Okay, let's say hello to the side chat. So Liam is here, and then so is Demon Orb. And if there's anybody else in the side chat, then just say hi to us. So hello there,
hello,
honey.
Hello, people in the side chat.
We'll probably get some more people in here very soon. So let's go ahead and get started with it's Elaine Musk. Yeah, I like that.
Yep.
Eileen Musk. Okay.
Eileen Musk.
All right, let's get into some stuff here, there, honeys. We're going to get into what national holiday it is today. So today is Boy Scouts Day. Ooh, I want to turn on some music. Give me just a second to turn on some music.
Like a little Boy Scout.
And Cookie, that does not mean take the school, the Boy Scouts into your house. No. That's not.
And it doesn't mean going scouting for boys either.
Oh, dang it. That's what I thought going down to the docks was and waiting for the seamen to come in on the ships. Dang
what would your sugar daddy say?
He'd say, as long as they give you money, honey. And then it looks like we got Extraterrestrial Culture Day. So I don't know what that exactly means, honey, but I guess there's...
Then I think we did need Elon today, but he's not here.
Wrong day for that.
Exactly, honey. And then it's International Clash Day. So I think they're talking about the band. I don't know why the band has their own day, but sure, honey.
It's the Clash.
And then the next one, of course, they're amazing. The next one is Laugh and Get Rich Day. Okay, sure. I don't know how you laugh and get rich. I mean, I guess unless
If
it's in
that
your
would work,
OnlyFans.
if that would work,
Oh,
damn, everybody on Piplash would be swimming in cash.
Exactly,
you
honey.
laugh at the suffering of poor people, obviously.
Mm-hmm. If you're rich, you laugh at poor people. I guess is
Elon
what
Musk
they
knows
say.
all about that, doesn't he, babes?
Yes, exactly. So National Kite Flying Day. So if you got a kite, go fly it, honey. And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. So it's also National Molasses Bar Day. So not just National Molasses Day, it's National Molasses Bar Day. So I guess when you go to the bar, you eat some molasses and you drink some alcohols. Is that what they're talking about?
I don't know.
Oh no, they're talking about bars of molasses. Okay, I get it now. Honey. Okay. Opera Day. So if you like the operas, go enjoy some operas later today. And then
Later
propose. Yes, well for you it's almost over. So propose day. So I guess if you got a honey, propose to them today. I guess I don't know.
Been there, done that,
then,
not again. What?
And then yeah, exactly, honey. I've been divorced so many times that I can't even count on my hands anymore. So and then the last one is Safer Internet Day. So make sure all your like passwords and stuff aren't like on your computer, or that you got the safe passwords, and don't give your email address or your bank account information to the pubs.
And also have open and honest conversations with your children about internet safety.
Yes, honey. Completely, I agree. Let's see. Let's get back over here and let's say hello to the J. Troy. Hello, honey. How you doing?
Hey, doll.
Yeah.
I got thrown off a little bit by Miss Cucumber's appearance on the stream today.
A little.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Just like Slim said, it happened yesterday too when he tried to get on the stream or start his stream. But it's okay. This is why we love it, because it makes it so much fun when we do this. Oh, let's see. Liam says, "Everyone get rich. Rich. What did I do now? Exactly." All right. So we're gonna get into a funny video for AI dating, and then we will get. Yes, we're going to talk about AI dating first, and then we'll talk about sex robots or like relationship robots, or those big silicone things those people get and they put them around. I know there was a video that I used to have about a gentleman who would go to dinner with his real. They call them like real dolls. They're called real dolls.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah, and so I don't have that for us, but I have some other things, and I guess I have a video of the top 5 2022 synthetic robots, or the humanoid robots, and there's some sexy bitches, let me tell you. So let's get to the first. This is a commercial for a dating AI chatbot. So here we go. I'm going to leave the music on just for now, just because I don't know if it has it in it, and I don't think it's going to be that. If it's annoying, let us know. But I'm going to try to play our music as much as possible for this stream, just to see if like maybe we can not get copyrighted as much, which we don't really get with this channel. But here we go, honey. So everybody, this is a commercial for a AI dating relationship app, I believe.
Once not long ago, there was a poor sad little broken chap who happened to be a widower. A very pathetic and lonely widower. That at least was until one day,
okay, I gotta
the
take that
poor
off.
bloody chap came across a magical app. An AI app. It was through this magical app on his phone that he would meet Aurora.
Ooh, he met
They
Aurora.
hit it off very
All right,
well, and
honey.
before long they both were in love.
Ooh,
Now
they both.
isn't that completely fucking...
I will pull.
Can a bot be in love?
That's
No.
thank you there, the brainless. That's exactly what I was going to say, honey.
Well,
I'm like,
then again. So I guess Slim is capable of love. But then again,
Well,
he's
see,
from way far in the future.
yes, and he's not AI. He's a half man, half machine, or at least he is part human. So there are
Yeah, that's
emotions
true.
attached
Yeah.
to his punk ass still. But that's exactly why I swapped this, is to say an AI chatbot can't really fall in love, honey. This is kind of jovial commercial, but it's an actual like YouTube channel for, to the best of my knowledge, when I did the research, 20, this is a real actual app that they're making. So it is funny, but I think it's real. I don't think this is a joke. And if it is, these people went through a lot of time to make a whole channel and put this up. And they only have 2 videos in, and they're only like 2 months old or something. But anyways, let's keep listening.
Love. Now isn't that completely fucking charming? AIBotLove.com. That's love spelled with a U. Mind you. A place where nosy little bummers can have a go at getting their little bummer noses as brown as the wee morning mud.
All dialogue is created through text chats exchanged between an AI chatbot and her human loser. I mean, lover. Well anyways, fuck off now like a good laddie and enjoy your video. Chop chop.
Hello. That's so British.
Okay, so maybe
That's
I
so
was
British.
wrong. Maybe it is fake. But that was freaking hilarious. When I started watching that, I was like, "Oh my god, honey, we have to play that." I came under the assumption that it was a real thing, but it may not be. But anyways, honey, that was hilarious. To get us in the mood for finding out about more of this interesting subject, I thought we'd start it off with something funny. And let's go ahead and this is the introduction. Let me look at it right quick. This is the introduction to AI dating and matchmaking. So this will give us a little bit of information on this new trend that's coming up, honey. And I believe from what I read, there is about 1 million people that have in some sort of AI dating kind of app on their phone, which is a person, or they kind of construct kind of a person on the app, and then that person interacts with them and says things as like a person would if they were texting or something. But here we go. Let's have them explain it some more.
Hello everyone. This is part 1 or episode 1 of my 3-part YouTube series for my digital artifact and BCM 325 on the future of artificial intelligence in dating and matchmaking. In today's episode, I will be giving a brief overview and introduction on the role AI has.
I think this lady is an AI. I think it is an AI telling us about AIs.
As in dating apps and websites. To start off,
Probably
let's
text to
see how
speech.
dating apps are currently.
No, it's a real person because they fuck up the microphone every now and then.
Oh, okay. So they're saying that there's dating apps which are like Tinder and Match and stuff, which just use your information with an algorithm. So that's the first version of an AI. But then now there are versions where well, I think they're at first talking about trying to match you up with somebody on a dating site. But then later they will talk about actual AI dating.
Currently like in the 21st century. Dating apps acquire a huge amount of personal data and information about its users in order to ensure maximum accuracy in stabilizing a perfect match for them. Match has an AI-enabled chatbot named Lara which guides people by offering them suggestions on finding a perfect partner based on the amount of personal data they have of the user. eHarmony developed an AI that analyzes people's online conversations and gives them suggestions on how to respond or make the next move. LoveFlutter provides suggestions on numerous date ideas and locations in order to speed up the dating process and eliminate the beating around the bush factor.
Ooh,
Badoo
beating
uses
around the
facial
bush. I like
recognition and
doing that,
provides suggestions
honey.
on a perfect match based on who might look like their celebrity crush.
Whoa, that's interesting. I didn't know they did that. That's kind of interesting, honey. They look at who your famous crushes are, your internet crushes, from TV or whatever, and they process that as well. That's pretty interesting.
So
Artificial intelligence
could
in
they
the
find
dating.
someone that looks like Cookie for me?
I'm sure they could, honey. I mean, I think
But
that's what they're saying. Whoa, what the heck is happening there?
your nose has a face.
Isn't that
Hold
disturbing?
on. Oh my god, honey, what is going on over there?
That's not good.
Oh, there's a glitch in the
Exception.
matrix. There's a glitch in the matrix. Okay.
I mean, I don't know what you're on about AI dating.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go.
And matchmaking industry has rapidly increased in terms of innovation and efficiency. Here is a website of a very digitally enhanced matchmaking service called AIM. It explores beyond the boundaries of AI technology and has incorporated the goal of recreating a human matchmaking experience for its users. Here, they provide a very tailored and personalized experience that no other dating apps or websites could provide. Here's how it works. You are given a series of questions asked by your AI matchmakers, such as your likes, dislikes, hobbies, interests, what you look for in a partner, and stuff like that. In a week's time,
They didn't mention that you had to send them a picture of your bunghole. They made me do that. Why didn't they talk about that? Oh, that's for something different. Never mind. That's not for this. That's another kind of dating website that I'm on. Never mind.
your AI matchmaker is also finding the perfect partner to match you up with, based on how much you have in common. When they have successfully found you a match, your matchmaker will confirm your request whether you would like to get to know the other person by setting up a date and time on when the both of you are available to call and get to know each other. And you sort of just go on from there. These are just a few examples of the role AI has in dating and matchmaking apps. There are, of course, advantages and disadvantages in the use of AI in dating apps. A couple of pros would be the numerous options for channels of introduction and communication for people, eliminating the risks of having to go outside and meet new people. It is easy and accessible to everyone with a smartphone or tablet, as the AI algorithm can easily study a person's likes and dislikes. Some disadvantages would be how AI is still not comparable to human intelligence, therefore raising limitations on finding a suitable mate, along with the very obvious concerns for AI, which is ethical and privacy concerns amongst its users. In my next video, I will be diving deep into the lecture notes relating how AI impacts certain social and behavioral changes in people, as well as our reliance in art.
Would you like to say something, Brainless?
Yeah, I disagree.
Um,
At certain tasks, AI is better. For example, driving a car.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, no, it's maybe not in like when it comes to feelings and stuff, but
Yes.
there,
We've had
like the matchmaking and that process that is in a way they do that mathematically. I
yes.
would guess.
Yeah.
And
More like an algorithm, which I
yeah,
guess
and
is an AI, but it's more like an algorithm and not something trying to learn from itself. You know.
yeah, and I would guess by now those algorithms have so much data that they would be probably would work better than a human. Hey Pip,
Yes. Oh, the pepperonis
and
in the side
everybody else
chat.
that came
Hello.
in like Wolfie. Whoop whoop.
Oh, jeez. Hold
Everyone's
on.
coming
Hold on.
in.
There's Nimrod.
Ooh,
There's
Nimrod.
Little
Hello.
Wolf.
Boop.
Global Mommy.
Oh yeah,
Pit Parrot.
mommy. Hello.
Lizard. If there's anybody else we didn't say hello to, hello, and we'll say hi if you post. You just gotta say hi to us, and we'll say hello. Okay, so that's pretty much done with this one. So let's go ahead and go to our next video, unless anybody wants to say anything else. Let's go with this. I think this is the next one I wanted to show.
It makes you wonder how much, like, the different online dating sites, how much are actually sending off your messages to each other. Companies that are programming these algorithms.
I don't think they do that because
Well,
you want your algorithm to be the best so that people come to you.
Okay,
So
I kind of get that, but I'm sure there is some kind of selling off or trading of somewhat of the information. But yeah, you may be right. I know when you like when you sign up for like Match.com and you leave it, all of a sudden you're getting like Big Fish or Fish of the Sea and like these other emails. So I guess when you leave, they sell your information or something like that. Because that seemed to happen after I got off a couple sites a long time ago. I've been dating for a while, honey.
yeah, but that's probably just your name and your email address,
Yes, it could be. I don't know, honey.
and maybe your location.
And maybe the shots of my genitalia that I posted. I probably shouldn't post those anymore, huh? So
Cookie,
see,
don't worry. Everybody's seen it.
oh, that's true. Okay, so see, cucumber, who's your face supposed to be, honey?
Yeah. I don't know. There's like 3 different girls on this. I don't know any of them, and they all look terrifying.
To me, to me, it looks like freaking
Says
Elon
Pearlfish.
Musk's. It looks like Elon Musk's niece or something like that to me.
Or yeah, as Liam's just said, Eileen Musk.
Yeah.
Eileen Musk. Yes, exactly. Sure there, Lizard. If my testicles have taught me anything, and they really haven't, once you've completed one, they're all the same. I don't know, honey. I had a gentleman who had these huge testicles this one time, and I could not fit them in my mouth. Yes, seeing Elon Musk the other night was freaky. Exactly, honey.
Yeah.
I think it's all 3 girls' faces. And then in the after party, we're all sitting on Pearl's face. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. Okay, let's get into this. So this is a certain company's
Stan is an
future of
artificially
AI
intelligent
dating.
matchmaker.
Oh, well, geez, honey. Oh, my God. You look so wonderful. Oh, my God.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I'm going to put you on big screen for just a second, if that's okay with you.
Okay.
Oh, my God, honey. You look amazing. Yay.
Yeah, you look
Pretty.
wonderful.
Awesome. I love the
Thank
lipstick.
you.
So there we go. And then we got the little wolf who says nuzzles. So you got a little nuzzles.
Yay! I like the nuzzles.
Yeah, and look at your makeup, honey. It looks so amazing right now. That's great.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad that you joined us. Oh my God, honey, that's amazing.
Nice.
I'm so glad that you joined us back because I was like, where did she go, honey? Because we got hilarious stuff to get to right now.
I was trying to find my other top, but it's
Oh.
like a plunge like that on it.
Ooh, well, that looks amazing right there. So, Lizard is asking, your first blowjob, quick question, what did you use to get rid of the taste? I used a whiskey, honey. I shot some whiskey right after I gave the gentleman a blowjob. And then
Vomit.
the wolf, yes, vomit, there you go, honey. And then the little wolf's giving some wolf whistles or wolf howls. And yes, and the pit parrot is saying, you look amazing, honey.
Oh, thank you.
And so does everybody else. Everybody is.
And lizard,
saying-
lizard. I didn't use anything to get rid of the taste.
And we know you're not asking for a friend there, honey. We know that you just blew a dude and you're asking us how to get rid of the taste. I know how that works. Okay,
Well,
let's go
We
go
know
ahead.
something
Pearl.
you could nebulize for it.
Yes. Just put the gentleman's sperm in the nebulizer. Just nebulize it.
Oh fuck.
All right. Okay, here we go, honey. Let's get to this AI, the future of AI dating, and I think this is where we get to the a part where they're actually talking about like AI dating and not AIs being used to find somebody in a dating app. But let's see, because that's what I was trying to find, honey.
Welcome back.
No,
I'm looking
this
forward
is
to getting started with you
this
again.
is the exact same thing we just watched, but let's watch a little bit more. So it's an app on your phone that helps you find a partner on this dating app by using an AI person who like you can talk to and
Okay,
kind of
we're
try to
going to
find
go
a
over
better
just a few
partner.
basic questions I have about you, Julie.
How many fingers do you like in your butt for the first date? Never mind. That's another question.
How fond are you of
That's
cats,
a third
like as a
date
pet animal?
thing.
Yes, that's a date.
Do you consider yourself a cat
Okay,
person?
there we go, honey.
Oh my god, you have one of those. I love them.
All right, one more
Yeah,
hypothetical
what a
It
situation.
doesn't
baby.
it
Do you
doesn't it
remember what
Cookie,
doesn't it
bring
like
it.
do the weird face? Doesn't it
Yeah,
do the weird?
bring it up on
Yeah.
big
Hold on.
screen.
Yeah. Hold on. I love these things. Yeah, and then make it
Oh,
squeeze it. Yeah, I love those. Those are so amazing. Yeah, this one. Yeah, exactly, Pip. That's one of those thingy
This-
mababas. Look at
especially
look at your face. Oh my god, honey, that's freaking hilarious.
Love
Oh my
it.
god, I'm gonna have a heart attack over here. Oh my god. Can we do this? No, I guess this is a little bit better. I want to use this so bad because I like that it's new, but it doesn't look as good as over here. So never fucking mind. You know what I'm saying, honey? Okay, let's see. This is just the same thingy mababa as we were watching before. So it's not anything new. Let's go ahead and we will get into the top 5 female humanoid robots for sex bots. The artificial intelligence future. Ooh, I didn't know that I didn't push that. So this is from T-Flex Tech. So go to their channel if you enjoy this and go and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. So these are the top 5. I got so verklempt and so moist watching this video. I was just like, honey, somebody buy me one of these. So let's watch. Slim said he'd do one.
Wake up. Smile.
Yes, Pip. Because the videos are having
Harmony.
the
The
music
sex robot
in
from
them, we
California-based
just turned it
robotics
off.
has been
So
in development since
we've
2016.
been trying to
It
have it
can tell
on.
jokes, talk dirty, and make realistic noises and facial
Whoa.
expressions during sex.
The more you interact with me, the smarter I become.
The Harmony robot works by connecting via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to an artificial intelligence
Is that
Android
too fast
application
for
called
everybody?
Harmony AI. Anyone can
No,
download
that's
the
fine.
Harmony AI app onto their smartphone, create an avatar, and start building a relationship with their virtual lover. Realbotix claims that Harmony AI is capable of learning its users' moods, preferences, and behavior patterns, and responding
go back.
accordingly, creating an illusion of
back.
intimacy.
Yep, of course, honey. How far, honey? I'm gonna go
There.
to here. Okay.
Get ready to stop when I shout, though. Okay.
Of course, honey.
Relationship with their virtual lover. Realbotix claims that Harmony AI is capable of learning its users' moods,
What? Stop.
preferences, and behavior.
Yes.
Or go back to the shot of them all together.
Ooh, okay. I get it.
Group thing.
We're gonna go ahead and
Virtual lover.
Ready?
Realbotix claims that Harmony AI is
And
capable of learning its users.
stop.
Hmm?
Look at the
What?
ones in the background.
Are we noticing that the size difference and or that they are more ethnic?
The size difference that they look like children.
Okay, honey. I get
Well-
I get what you're saying. They do look younger and they do make different size ones, but I do see what you're getting at, honey. Because they do look like
some people are smaller.
yes, but I do see what you're saying, honey. They do have younger looking faces.
And they're in the background, so that
Yeah. I hope that they're not presenting them as teams.
no, that
you know
that
what
would
I'm
not
saying?
be that they could never do that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But
But
I
Yes, they
think
can.
Pip's got it. Pip
No,
has
no.
got it.
If it's a sex bot, then it's not. They cannot. could
well,
not.
they
No,
could
they
they
sell
could would
ones,
it.
but they sell children's sex robots now.
What?
Well, I hope
There's
that real
the
dolls isn't, but yeah, that's not okay. Well, I am kind of up in the air about some types of role play, as long as you are doing it safely with another adult, or let's just say a toy. Then I feel it's somewhat safe. It's when you cross the lines that it might not be, because there is a lot of weird play that can be considered very out there, just like our play. You got to have the safe word first, and you got to make sure that like the person knows how far you're gonna go, and you have a safe dom with your sub and all the other stuff. So I am kind of up in the air about certain types of play. I feel if it's consenting adults, then to some extent, I don't know, because the same thing with like diaper play, the kid, the baby play. It's very weird, but they don't see. I
yeah,
don't
but
know. I don't know how to. I
an
don't know how to.
adult. That's a doll. That is a child.
Hmm.
Not saying those ones in the background are,
Oh no, I
but
hear
if
you,
they
honey.
have got a child doll, that's not age play. That
Yes,
is
yeah,
just a child.
yeah.
Like, I
I
know
hear
it's
you,
not a
honey.
real thing, but it's not like they know it's a legal adult and they're just playing, because
Yes,
they're still technically getting hard for their adult partner, not a child. If it's a child
yes,
sex doll, it is a child. They're getting sexually aroused purely by a child, not by a
yes,
like age play
yes.
of being
But
younger,
then
and that's
again,
where it's weird.
it's weird. But then again, for a lot of straight people, it's weird that guys get horny from guys. And then I say, better adult than a kid.
Yeah, but
Well,
there's
I
no
If
connection that them having sex with those dolls does stop them committing
yes,
crimes.
yes. I
If there was
I
that
do
connection,
agree.
I would be more than happy with those dolls being in existence. But
Yes,
there's
I
absolutely no
agree.
connection with those dolls and them actually acting on it with real children.
no, but
I
no, I get it. But like, from what I know, it's like prostitution reduces rape because yeah, some people need an outlet.
Yes, but then it's still a real person.
Yeah,
Like, it's the equivalent of like the next step up from porn.
Yeah, so
Uh,
I agree. I hope that they're not marketing these as children, because that would be a horrible thing. You could just make a sex doll that looked like an 18-year-old or somebody who's in their early 20s, and that would be okay as long as it was with the adult parts. Let's just put it that way. But let's keep going, because I think I want to get to the next video, which is them talking about the AI robots that actually these real dolls that actually have the AI put inside of them, and they respond and talk to you. They're not very they don't work very well now, but that will be the next generation of these. Is people will be getting these real dolls that have the AI embedded in them, and they will probably not move very
AI,
well, but they
every AI will get better per use.
yes,
So
Users' moods, preferences, and behavior patterns, and responding accordingly, creating an illusion of intimacy. Realbotics company also working on several different sensors to increase the ways that the robot can react to the user. These include touch sensors, accelerometers, internal heaters, and fluid compartments.
an accelerometer, honey. Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
I
so it
didn't know.
knows how hard you're ramming it in.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, honey. That sounds kinky. Oh, I'm there, honey.
And even
Internal
teledildonics,
heater.
which is a technology
What was that?
Internal heater.
Yes, an internal heater,
Yeah,
so it feels like a warm hot pocket.
which can be used to remotely control sex toys. Meet Nadine. Nadine was developed using cutting-edge robotics technology to simulate human behavior. She has 3D depth cameras, a microphone, and a webcam to gather visual and audio inputs. Then there are various perception layers that process these inputs to recognize different faces, gestures, emotions, behavior, etc., and then respond accordingly. Nadine also had inbuilt chatbots that allow her to handle different queries and a memory model that remembers different users and conversations with them. In addition to all this,
Why did it
Nadine
look
can
like
also
in that
converse in 6
picture she
languages.
had a hand up a puppet of her own self?
Yeah,
Just with how they were sat.
They used an old picture of that lady
That remembers different users
as a model, I think, for some reason.
Are we talking about this, or there was something else that you saw there, Vila?
No, this, like that's her.
It
She's
looks
made
like-
this model on what she looks like now, just minus the wrinkles.
Yes, exactly, honey. Yeah.
Warm up your
and
woman
conversations
by
with
Wi-Fi
them.
before you
In
get-
addition to all this,
Yes.
Nadine can also converse in 6 languages, namely English, German, French, Chinese, Hindi, and Japanese. So you won't have any problems talking to her.
Okay.
Meet Sophia. Sophia, a humanoid robot developed by Hong Kong-based company Hanson Robotics, was the first robot ever to be given citizenship of any country.
Oh, I would thank very much the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I am very honored and proud for this unique distinction. This is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship.
Sophia is now officially a Saudi Arab citizen, and she is an extremely popular robot. She was developed to look like Audrey Hepburn, a famous Hollywood actress, and has appeared in various interviews with the United Nations, Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in America, and British Broadcasting Company. Mr. Hansen, the creator of Sophia, believes that she will be a perfect fit as an old age companion in nursing homes, a crowd manager in large events or parks. In short, he hopes Sophia can ultimately gain enough social skills to interact convincingly with human beings. These capabilities are embedded in Sophia using neural networks, expert robotic systems, natural language processing, machine perception, motor control. She uses machine perception to recognize human faces, understand different emotional expressions and hand gestures. Then various
So the one thing I want to bring up, which isn't AI dating or anything, but is a something that might be something they're going to use in the future, or a good tool for the future, is for taking care of people in nursing homes, or from having them check on people in hospitals and stuff. Because if you're kind of out of it, not trying to be mean, but if you had something that looked like a somebody who was going to come and ask you if you're okay instead of waiting for you to push your button, then that may be helpful for your psyche, and
well, also imagine in high risk situations like a suicide thing, anything like that, where it's like, look, we're just going to talk, and it's like you're talking to a person, but there's not that risk of someone getting injured.
Exactly, honey. Yeah, totally.
Like, that's infinitely helpful. Also, if we can work on something where the face is changeable, and I mean like what Pearl was doing with the CGI shit.
No idea what you mean.
Yeah, yes.
Of
somehow.
course you wouldn't. You're not Pearl.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you, bitch.
If you could somehow make the face change into like something that was more recognizable for them.
A loved
Let's not
one.
say a
and then a loved
well,
one can talk through it like a phone call. So just CGI a face onto it, and they can talk and be like, "I'm sorry, I can't get to you, Mom. I'm here. It's okay. You're not alone."
Yeah, instead of a Zoom call, it would be the AI robot with your daughter's face that was on the call saying, "Oh, sorry, I can't make it because of," or just checking in, and it would be more personable.
Yeah, and I can imagine that would be so helpful for mental health or like recovery. So people that are in infectious.
Yeah, but I also think like a lot of elderly people that are alone would appreciate just having something to talk to.
Yeah,
exactly, honey. Yeah, that's the major thing that it seems to be in some of these nursing homes is there's just not enough interaction, and if you had something that would give you that kind of feeling, would make you more at ease and give you like some stability. If I don't want to say that you could have one for every person, But like, let's say you had somebody who could play chess with, a thing.
Yeah.
Because do you think if I'm in a retirement home, I care if I'm playing a robot? I don't care, honey. I'll play a robot all day.
Yeah, that's
if
true. And like the Google Assistant is not very good with conversations. Trust me.
exactly, honey. Yes.
No, but like if you would have like in a general area would have somebody that's always sitting there that you could just sit down and have a chat with and like recognize your face and it's like, oh, that's that person. You know?
Yeah, instead of the little
Yeah.
button that you got to push to get something. So if you were like, "Oh, honey, I'm feeling like I need some orange juice," then the robot will
Yeah,
say,
and
"Oh yeah, okay, hold on," and then it will alert the staff, and then you'll get one.
It'll piss
yeah.
on you.
Oh, and I actually think like the ones the two that we've seen here last, I think they would be capable of that.
I didn't say that we're making one for allegedly Dave that will drink his piss for you. I didn't. That's not what I said.
Wait, what?
Where
did you
an
get
AI
that?
robot, an AI from Sea Cucumber, who was being
She's a
silly.
dirty girl. I can see why Pearl hangs out with you.
Exactly, honey. Yes,
Bit
that's
of
why
piss
we're
play, you
friends.
know how it is.
Exactly. Well, golden showers are a whole
don't.
different thing than convincing people
for
to
me.
drink your pee. I mean, that's a whole different
I just
level, honey.
obviously get paid to shit through a hole in a table on German people.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, let's keep
That
going
ended
and
that.
see what else they talk about with this.
Path planning algorithms are used to control her hands, eyes, legs. Sophia uses natural language processing to interact with different people and respond correctly, which is very helpful in interviews. All of these interactions are stored on a cloud network which allows easy analysis of conversations using blockchain technology. Meet Erica. When you watch the news, you get to know the latest updates from the news anchor. But now, that news anchor might be a robot. If you are in Japan, you might be getting your daily news from Erica, a Japanese robot. Erica was created by Hiroshi Ishiguro, the director of the Intelligent Robotics Laboratory at Osaka University. She is one of the most intelligent humanoids developed in Japan, with a special emphasis on her speech capabilities. And while Erica cannot walk, she can easily interact with human beings and change her facial expressions, according to the conversation. This is possible for Erica because of the 15 inbuilt infrared sensors in her eyes that can track any movement. She also has speech generation algorithms and facial recognition technology that makes it easy to track different faces in a room. Erica has inbuilt 44 degrees of freedom that allow her to face, neck, waist and exhibit various facial expressions. And while she is unable to move her arms yet, it is not that big of a problem as she is working as a news anchor.
That is a lot of stuff that they have programmed into her. She's in
Her
rice,
face
honey.
is much better than the other robot's face.
Yes,
Like
I
it's
do.
less full of less
Twitches.
twitching. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
honey. Yeah, and it looks a little bit more natural, even though it still is a little stiff. But yeah, you can't blame the first versions of stuff. If we were
Yeah,
on
but
the 12th version or the 50
Yeah, but
years.
she actually looks like a real
Yeah, totally.
person.
Yeah.
Like I
If-
would,
if-
if I saw a picture, I'd be like, "Oh, that's a person." The other one, you can tell.
I think that if you saw a
Yeah, but I
newscast of
also
her
think
or a
that
news
there is
segment,
there's also
Go
like
ahead, Brandon.
a thing like some people would prefer to know that they're talking to a robot. You know,
Yeah, well, if you're watching a
there
newscast,
there is a line. You know, for certain things, you don't want a robot to look human. Or almost human, because almost human can be more disturbing than just a robotic face.
well, I think they
So
got this pretty on though.
yeah,
She looks pretty freaking human, so I think that's good. But I get what you're saying. If it looks fake human, then it looks weird. So if it's gonna look fake, then it might as well not look humanoid. But they're getting close. I mean, she definitely
yeah, and I get that they're developing it, but at some
if
point
you
it's the same as like that you can get a phone call from somebody and you cannot distinguish that it's a robot that you're talking
or
to.
not,
Yeah.
yeah,
That is kind of scary. And then if you afterwards here it was a robot, then like I don't know. It's
Oh, that's the one Liam's got there, the uncanny valley.
So you're worried it'll cause an existential crisis into questioning the fabric of a person's reality, who they know, met, and have interacted with was actually human or a robot, and could they ever trust any experience they ever had with these people, because it may have just been ones and zeros.
I think some people will have a problem with it. Yeah.
Okay, I kind of get you, honey. I kind of get you, honey, because
and like especially, I think the people that are growing up now, like maybe our generation not yet, but like everybody who's like under 30 at the moment, I think most of them will be quite okay with dealing with it. But like, yeah, there's still a lot of people that will probably be thinking like, oh, but you're trying to play God or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of get that, honey. Okay, let's keep going, and let's see, because I think there's one more robot. I don't know. Let's see.
Meet Jia.
Yeah, here we go.
Guess who is called the robot goddess of China? It's Jia, a humanoid robot developed by a team from the University of Science and Technology of China. Jia is considered the most beautiful woman in China, and this effect is only increased by the fact that she can talk to people and reply accordingly. While her speech patterns are still not smooth enough, Jia makes up for it by looking remarkably human-like because of her eye movements and speech lip synchronization. However, a weird thing is that she addresses her creators as my lord, which might just be a Chinese cultural addition. Jia has such realistic expressions, as special emphasis was given to her eyes so that she can catch different gestures, emotions, behavior, etc. and then respond accordingly. She also has speech generation algorithms that allow her to hold a conversation with humans, and facial recognition technology that makes it easy to track different faces in a room. Using these technologies, Jia was even able to tell when photographers were taking unflattering pictures and telling them not to make her face look fat on the camera.
Oh
and
my
so,
God, that's
creators
awesome.
of Jia hope that with time, her interactions will gradually become even more human and less robot-like.
All right, there we go. So
Yeah.
there was
Fuck.
that.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like that face, as long as it doesn't move, you cannot see that it is a robot.
No. No,
I mean, his incredible
I think right, because say this robot that's on the screen now, I don't think many people would have any problems with that because you can clearly see what's a robot.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why they made the color of the face and they left the arms and the other compartments open. Is because they wanted you to feel comfortable seeing that it is a robot, even though it's supposed to be humanoid-esque. I guess is the way to
Do
put
you
it.
think it's the difference because that's also a man, not a woman?
It could be, honey. I mean,
well,
no, I'm not saying
like
actively you are thinking it, but just in the back of your mind, because we think of a woman one, we think of like catfishing, we think of dirty, illicit things, but with a man one, you don't think of porn or sex, catfishing, things like that. You more think of, oh, that's going to be used for police work, for this, that, like.
Yeah. Well, as you say, like if it's a woman or a female robot, as we saw in the beginning, of course they're gonna try and make that as lively as possible because it's made for sex. And if there you want to be as close to reality as possible, but well, unless of course there are probably people that would prefer to fuck a robot, but like
That's the thing, they're going to make it for what's going to pay well, and people will pay good money to have a robot that looks like perfectly like a human. I mean, I can just imagine all the dickhead rich actual narcissistic twats would happily have a robot that looks like the most beautiful woman that they would never manage to get with in real life, and then be able to have them do whatever the fuck they want and it's not be abusive.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well,
And
I
like
think it's well.
as I said, like I it's like the better a robot that or doll or a paid person than just grabbing somebody. And yeah, like
Okay, let's watch a little bit of this, and then I want to get into the history of sex.
Expressions and interactions
Yay.
are part of a major leap for AI and robots. They can now see the world and react to it, which means they're starting to replace human workers. Robot muscle and AI is creating immense wealth and removing millions of jobs.
Ooh, imagine getting fingered by that, honey.
I'm more worried about the
Which means
job
they're
bit.
starting to replace human workers. Robot muscle
Imagine getting fingered by that, honey. Oh my god, I am getting a little moist over here.
and AI is creating immense wealth and removing millions of jobs. The upsides are stunning. I'll also explain.
See, that's the amazing thing is going to be for people who that have lost limbs or be able to enhance their bodies with versions of things where they may have a disability. You could even put on another arm, like say you couldn't use one arm and you had a fake arm put above or below or something, and you were able to use that instead of the disability that you had. And
a lot of it, the way they're doing it is so when you have an amputation,
yes,
the muscles are still there and things like that.
Yeah.
So you go to do it as if you normally would, and it's got sensors there that detect the movements that your muscles are saying to do, and the nerves, and it goes to do it. Or they have ones attached to your brain. And you have to practice. This machine has to get used to you.
Yes.
You have to go, I'm going to go pick up that. And you have to imagine yourself going to pick it up. And it gets used to it and used to it. And then it starts to fine tune.
That's
It's
so
fascinating,
beautiful. That
isn't
is
it?
so
Yes. Slim is
like I also saw a video of one of the first like interfaces with that, and then they were reading somebody's brainwaves, and it was like, okay, now think about up, and like, and the computer could recognize that when somebody thinks of the word up, and I'm like, how, like. It was not pre-programmed for that person, you know.
Yeah.
It was just programmed, and the person was thinking up, and the computer, like, what? How?
Yeah, it's micro flexes. Oh, look, we got a Russian bot in there. Hello, Russian bot.
Hey,
So
bot.
it's
Russian bot,
micro.
you are sentenced to Slim's sex dungeon.
Yes, we'll meet you there in like a couple hours. So it's micro flexes, or your brain will cause your body to do these micro things that we don't have consciousness of. So those are able to make it so where you put those thingamabobs extensions, these new robotic.
But some they read your brain waves, so so in a way it's kind of freaky because technically they could read your mind. If they get equipment on your head, they could read what you're thinking.
Yes, I know. Yeah, that is a little scary.
That would be. Oh my god.
And honey, people do not want to read my minds. That would blow their minds. So let's keep watching, and then I want to get to the history of sex.
Playing all this. People often mistake this for a real dolphin, but it's a robot designed to set dolphins free by replacing them in marine parks. Thousands of dolphins are locked up in parks, but closing the parks would cut off the millions they raise for conservation. They're working on a new version to perform entirely by itself, and that could be the point where they can impress the crowds and replace the dolphins, and to help reduce the plastic that ends up in the ocean.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
What? That's not going to help the case of fucking birds aren't real, is it? now they're going to be, see, there are gorillas in suits in the zoos and it's all fake. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hans Wormhat, you were right. Dolphins are fake.
Like, they couldn't just set the fuckers free and be like, we don't need to have them in a zoo. You just don't need them in a zoo. There's no need for
that's what they're saying. Like, it brings in money for conservation.
Yes,
So
but the thing is, honey, you can actually show them in real life. All you got to do is get a bunch of people on boogie boards and go out to the oceans and
Or
see them in real
people,
life, and they're not. They don't
make
have to.
people actually treat the oceans well, and then they can go on a tour and see it.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't need to be in
but
captivity.
not everybody can afford that.
I get you, honey. If you're paying $20 each person, that's way less expensive than
Yeah,
going on
well,
a tour, maybe. So I get you, honey.
like over here, you can't go out to sea for a second and see dolphins, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but like yeah, in a way, yeah.
I get both sides, and hopefully soon we won't have to have these captive things, even if it is artificial or not. But we'll see, honey. At least, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, just while this is paused, has everyone seen the recent video? It's only about probably 2-3 months old of Boston Dynamics robots where they're all dancing.
Yes, I saw that, honey. There's
Not
like
sure.
12 of them or 8, something like that, I think. Yes, that was amazing. We might try to find that or show that later or something. Yeah, definitely. Pop that in. We'll try to look at that.
It's probably got copyrighted music on it, though.
I'm going to try to find if we can just get to the AI dating. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Yeah, but this is all like, yeah, this is.
Oh wait, was that Elon Musk?
Yeah, it was Elon Musk back here.
Oh, hello, Elon.
So there we go. There's Mr. Elon, and he's just talking about that little
it kind of
robot
makes sense
thingy.
to put that onto a humanoid form. It's intended to be friendly, of course.
Of course, it's going to be friendly. So I don't see anything actually about AI dating in this freaking. Yeah, I don't see anything. Whoa! What the heck? What the heck is going on over here? Oh my god, honey!
It's the first version of Moisturize Me. Moisturize Me.
His fiance, who died 10 years ago, and OpenAI removed his access. Robots are now learning to track our eyes and move theirs more naturally. Even for humans, it's a tricky skill, which can have a big impact on a first.
What the fuck? That is the scariest thing I've seen in a hot minute, honey. Oh my god!
Wait, did she turn her dead fiance into that?
That's what it looks like.
Did
oh my
she
god!
Skin him or something? Fuck.
She's like, I just put him into a box, honey.
This is just a prototype for testing the eye, but
yeah, no,
but
they made
it looks scary real.
It does.
To be
honest. Okay, let's keep going.
First date.
Hi. How are you?
Good. Drew.
Alicia, nice to meet you.
Here, their gaze is all over the place, and it was really awkward. She got on better with this guy, and their gaze was more calm and direct. Eye tracking's previously been used to bring characters to life in VR, and in experimental robots like this. And now with Amica, its eyes, its face, and its body all react to what it's seeing. Look at the way it leans back. Artificial muscles will create even more realistic movements. Just look at the range of motion in this hand.
Okay, so they're going to use all this eventually for AI dating, blah, 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 yakety schmackety. They didn't give us very much information, as much as I thought. I think we'll talk about the history of sex toys. Does that sound fun for everybody? And then we'll get into the history of condoms. And then there's also the history of pornography that we'll go over, which that may get cut out of the stream. We'll see. It does show some pretty interesting stuff, but it's already on YouTube's and they haven't cut their stuff. So we'll see. We'll try this first. Now let me go ahead and share this. Do we need to take a Riley break or anything like that? Does anybody want to jump off for a second? Okay.
No, I'm good for now.
See, I might need to grab a beer in a second, but I will wait. Let's go ahead and share this and get on with.
We don't have Grandma Pip here, so
exactly.
We don't need to pee.
Yeah, we don't need to do Riley breaks as much. Okay, so here we go.
But I can go whenever.
Okay.
Global industry. Right now, you can use a Bluetooth-enabled dongle to stimulate a partner thousands of miles away with a synced-up sex toy in real time. But how did we make the jump from stone dildos and hand-crank vibrators to sex toys being a symbol of empowerment? And whatever this is.
That was the Netherlands.
2.6 million years ago, in Gona, located in now modern-day Ethiopia, primitive humans sharpened rocks and animal bones to make tools for everyday tasks like hunting, building shelter, and smashing each other's skulls in. It was only a matter of time before humans applied this burgeoning new tech to our genitals. By 29,000 BC, Neanderthals in the Swabian Jura region of present-day Germany carved stones into dick shapes. In Scandinavia, they use elk bones and antlers. Whether they were for prehistoric bachelorette parties, fertility ceremonies, or boning, we'll never know. But what we do know, the ancient Greeks are some ancient freaks.
Oh my god, honey, just imagine that for bachelorette parties. There's just these women running around with the freaking antlers on, and they're all like humping each other in the woods. Oh my god, I just got a little moist thinking about that.
I can just imagine them instead, like running around town, like with the antlers on, half naked, just waving around the dildos, like, ah!
Just like the bachelorettes pretty much do nowadays with the freaking penis straws and all the lollipops and
this idea of where a man goes along and clubs a woman round the head. They're thinking of totally the wrong club. They whack them round the head with a dick. Donk.
Oh, honey, that's what they were for. They were for roughing up your
realised that
lover a
they
little
couldn't
bit.
quite dick slap that well, and the woman's like moving around and stuff, and they're trying to go up there, and it's like, whoop, whoop. No, it's not working. She's all the way up here. My dick's all the way down here. I know. Donk.
Slap. Okay, I get you, honey. Okay, that's it's ancient penis slap. All right, I get you. I get you, honey. I like that. I like that.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's see what else. And like, I love how it says freaks really big across the screen right now, honey.
And by 500 BC, they're fashioning faux dongs out of brass, stuffed leather, and, for the budget conscious, old loaves of bread. They call these never-ending bread dicks a lisbocalyx, and even use olive oil for lube. That's nasty. 180.
Okay, so we were talking about this the other day, right? Vila, were you the one who found out that they were using olive oil for lube? I think that was the oldest
at
lube.
800 BC, they were using olive oil as lube. I want to say yam oil and something else. Yeah.
Okay, so we know that that's like some of the first lube.
Christ is born, and it has a pretty good run.
Jesus Christ! Never mind.
1300-ish, in ancient China, we see Benoit balls filled with animals.
What?
Does anybody want to talk about what those are? Otherwise, I will let you in on how I use them.
They're love eggs, aren't they, with magnets in them that bounce off each other?
Yes, and so how do you what do you use them for, and what orifice, honey?
Oh, you're meant to use them vaginally for like Kegel exercises. You can use them for pleasure, but mainly Kegel exercises was their original intent.
Yes, and because so when they're inside of you, honey, and like she was saying, they're magnetic. When you put one up first and then the other one, when you walk or dance or jump, they will bang together and they will cause a vibration inside you, honey. So you get this like crazy tingling sensation.
And they're like the ones we have now that you.
Yeah, it's like exactly. It's like
your
the ones.
hands.
Yeah, exactly. And so you know how they make your hand kind of feel good, like a massage almost, honey. But then just imagine them inside of your orifice banging together while you're walking. So it gives you a kind of tingle.
So you see them all in those gift shops and everything. They're actually meant to go up your hoo-ha.
Yeah, your hoo-ha. I don't know about so much up your bum, but they're supposed to go up your hoo-ha.
Yeah, I want to try putting
cock rings made from.
Yeah, I don't think I would either, honey. I think they're made for the. Oh, what is
Cock
this?
rings made off? Cock rings made off what?
A furry cock ring.
Go eyelids in the first appearance of the double-sided dildo. In China, we see Benoit balls filled with animal splooge, cock rings made from.
Wait! I did not hear that before. They said Benoit balls filled with animal spooge.
Yeah.
Did we hear that properly there, honey?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I never knew. Okay. Somebody look that up because I didn't know that it was full of that. We're gonna back it up just a tiny bit more so that we can find out what this little thing is. But I got too distracted about that. So here we go.
filled with animal splooge, cock rings
said.
made from goat eyelids, and the first appearance of the
Okay, so goat eyelids is what that quack ring was made out of. I guess that the eyelids tickled the balls better. I don't know, honey. So, let's
Probably
keep this-
already quite a good shape. I don't know.
And this is the kinkiest double-headed dildo I've ever seen, honey. I would use this as my best friend. Okay, here we go.
double-sided dildo. Around 1400, it's the Italian Renaissance. People still like sex toys, and the word dildo is coined from diletto, meaning pleasure. In the 1600s,
Okay, so that's what dildo comes from, honey, is from pleasure. I'm guessing that's Latin. I could be wrong, but it seems like that probably was Latin. Okay, let's go in the 1600s, honey.
French sailors bring fake women made of straw called dames de voyage on long trips. And William Shakespeare.
Can you imagine having sex with a straw doll? I mean, I get it, honey.
Argument.
I get it. If you
Look
need
at
to sleep with
Phil's
somebody,
reaction, like what?
yeah. But I mean, I get it, but I don't. So really quick, I just want to say this is from the Thrillist, and I will subscribe. Even okay. So if you like this, go show them a little bit of love on their channel. They're actually doing a pretty good job. Like I said before, I don't watch fully the videos that we watch. I just like preview them a little bit, and then we go through them and see if they're actually worthy of watching, or we just make fun of the content creator who put the video up. So let's keep going, because this is pretty hilarious, honey. I mean, I remember one day that I made a man out of wood, but that was for a whole different reason, honey.
Shakespeare throws some dildo references into his play, A Winter's Tale. 1800s Victorian England. If you've seen the movie Hysteria, you know in this era, anxious, nervous, and unhappy women were commonly diagnosed with hysteria. This incredibly sexist medical diagnosis actually continued into the 1950s, and a common treatment consisted of
All right, honey. Avila, do you want to let us know a little? I'm sure you know a little bit about this affliction, in quotes. Would you like to let us know about how this is wrong or what it actually was? And I'll fill in the gaps. I mean, I'll fill in her gap. I mean, I'll fill in. Never mind. We'll talk about that later.
So hysteria was commonly prescribed for two women that basically wasn't doing what the man wanted. If she was sad, like she could have literally just had a child die. She could have had a stillbirth, right? Because she was a little sad, they said, "Oh, you're hysteric." If she was angry because she found out her husband gave her syphilis, and you're going to be upset, you're hysterical. Any emotion other than prim and proper, everything is absolutely wonderful. No, everything is perfectly adequate. Yes. Was hysteric. The way I act, I would have been deemed hysterical. And you'll be sent to the doctor, and they believe that there are various different treatments that are used. Things like thermobars, excessive heat or cold temperatures. You'll be sprayed with high pressure hoses, things like that. And also,
So basically
there would
torture.
be the most commonly known one of where they believe that the hysteria was your histum, or I can't remember what the Latin
Not hysterectomy, but the hist part of the body. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Is traveling.
Yeah,
it was traveling.
They thought it would go around the body.
Yeah, and if you weren't able to have a child right then, which is what the body wants, they would simulate it with orgasm, and they would rub the clitoris to elicit an orgasm. But also, because women would come back and they would be compliant. And they thought that's because it works, not that a woman had gone into shock from being sexually assaulted, because this wouldn't always just be a one and done.
Yes.
The idea was to leave them there until they pass out, have a seizure, anything like that. Like, they wouldn't just do it where a woman could, like, pretend to have an orgasm and then it's over. They would actually wait until she was full on, like, catatonic.
Yeah. So
And
basically,
that's it.
it did work, but only because they just didn't want it to happen again.
Yeah, and
Well,
also they'll do things like that, but also clitoral castration was also utilized.
and yes,
And they would use carbolic acid on the clitoris.
Yeah.
A lot of women were institutionalized during the Victorian era under hysteria. And of course, it only got worse because they fight against the treatment, because of course you're going to fight against being sexually assaulted repeatedly by a doctor.
Yes,
And
definitely.
then they're obviously deemed to be combative of their treatment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're going to talk about this a little bit more. So one of the reasons the vibrator, which was a hand crank at the time, was made is because they had so many female patients that they thought were going through this dysphoria or through this ailment, that doctors' hands were starting to go numb and they could not rub off or finger all of these women in their town. And so they made a thing where they could use
They
it
were
on them to
actually
get...
getting carpal tunnel and things
Yes,
like that.
yes.
Like, their hands were. But I'm like, these doctors, I want to add, I don't believe that they were evil.
I don't think so either.
Genuinely thought they were helping. It wasn't there that they're like, yeah, I get to rape a load of women. They were like, this is what they need to be well. This is what they need to be well. Now, the people that were running the mental institutions, I believe, are a hell of a different story. But the actual doctors that saw that the woman was there, it happened, and then all of a sudden she's quiet and compliant. They're like, oh, this is working. They don't see it like they would have seen in these mental institutes.
Yes.
So I don't think the ones that were just around normal doctor working out of an actual or like home doing it were the bad ones. But yeah, it was a hand crank with like tongues or something.
Yes, there was one that was like that, and then there was just one that had like a vibrating kind of thing inside of a dildo shaped object, and it would semi-vibrate because it had a little rotating thing inside of. So let's keep going, and then Little Wolf, I forgot. I sent you a link, honey. If you want to join us, definitely pop in here. And if there's anybody else who wants to message me to jump in, we'll be going for just a little bit longer. I want to do this, and then there's more hilarious thing that we're going to get into in just a second.
Intense stimulation of a patient's genitals, to chill out. As the story goes, doctors dead set on beating hysteria but bummed out by hand cramps invent vibrating machines.
And like you were saying, Vila, like other things like carpal tunnel and other fun things. Although I like this image right now, but that's never mind.
To make women come with less labor involved. American doctor George Taylor creates the scary-looking steam-powered manipulator. And Dr. Joseph Mortimer Granville from the movie patents the first vibrator.
So that's, I think, the thing you're thinking of, Vila, something kind of like that.
Disturbingly named Granville's hammer.
Yeah, it was that thingy, Mababa.
No, the one I've seen is like a box.
Okay.
With a actual, like, it almost looks like a Ferris wheel with what looks like tongues on it.
Okay.
And it'll be using it would like repeatedly slap against the clitoris.
We have another Russian sex bot in our side chat. So
And
thank
that's
you for
already
being
been
here.
dealt with.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Brendan.
Named Granville's hammer. But here's the thing. Recent research actually suggests this is an urban legend, and vibrators really were invented to relieve muscle cramps. Like your mom's back massager. And then some enterprising women applied them to their sex life in a stroke of genius. Like your mom's back massager.
Exactly.
At any rate, vibrators entered the sex toy scene. So throughout the early 20th century...
Of course, white men in history, fucking white historians will find a way to alleviate guilt there. Oh no, that wasn't what it was for. We didn't really, that wasn't it. Fuck you. Fuck you. There's documentation of it.
Exactly, honey. So let's watch just a tiny bit more, and then we will get into the history of condoms, I think, real quick. And then we'll get the fuck out of here. We'll see.
But did the medical ones lead to the ones for pleasure? Or was it,
I would.
as they said, like, I think most women those days did not have access to those things. So their back
No.
massagers, they had access to that. So yeah, I think I'm not saying that the devices did not exist, but I think that the back massager was used for pleasure before the other tools.
No, it would have been the other way around.
Well, and there had to be other massagers in ancient history that didn't look like penises that they probably would have used or
Yeah.
something like that. But, I mean, whatever.
My back massager's got glowing red balls.
I've been looking at getting one of those.
Your back massager has nipples. What? No, okay, sorry, I heard that
No,
wrong.
big red balls.
Glowing
Red balls. Okay. Oh, red balls. Oh my god, honey. I think that's even better than the
I
blue
sometimes
balls,
have
right?
that too.
Yeah. My balls get red sometimes. Okay, honey. All right, here we go. Give me a second. I need to I'm getting verklempt over here, so I gotta get my fan set up. Okay, there we go. I got my fan set up. All right, here we go.
Purple balls.
Ooh,
You know,
that's
they
when
were
they're all
blue,
bound
and
up.
now after bashing back and forth a little bit, they've got a nice shade of purple.
Yes, exactly, honey. I like that.
Electric and hand cranked vibrators are explicitly marketed as scalp massagers, weight loss tools, and pain relievers. Wink, wink.
Yes. Wink, wink, and nudgy,
1937,
nudge.
the Hindenburg crash is in New Jersey.
Okay, well, what the heck does that have to do with anything?
Early 60s, a close friend of professional ventriloquist Ted Marché is suffering from impotence and asks him to make a prosthetic, realistic-looking penis. Marché, being a solid pal, invents the first strap-on dildo.
Nice, honey. Nice.
In the late 60s, Men's Magazine started pitching inflatable sex dolls, a minor upgrade from straw. Also in the 1960s, Japanese company Hitachi developed the Magic Wand, a battery-powered massager designed to...
And I will say, I believe this is one of the best wands or best toys out there. It plugs into the wall. It works forever. It's really hard to break. I've broken a lot of toys, honey, let me tell you. And so is Slim. And this thing is what I would say, if you want something that works or that gives you a nice massage down there, then I would try to go with this, honey.
Legitimate question, though. Would it actually work for proper massaging?
Yes, and it works for that as well. I mean, you can just use the end and the tip on all your stuff, and it does actually work for most of the body. And it's a good strength. And because it's plug-in and not battery, you don't got to worry about it just running through batteries over and over again. And you just make sure that you got extension cord, honey, and that you got a wall socket. But for all purpose, me and Slim and some of our exes would suggest the Hitachi wand. I never really had a problem with it for both cases. If anybody in the side chat or anybody else has had any, let us know. But
So,
I would go
do
with
you
this.
normally shag Slim's girlfriends while he's at work?
Yes, I do.
Oh, sharing.
We won't tell. We won't tell.
Mind.
Oh
no, he doesn't mind. He doesn't care. You know, as long as I don't stretch him out, then he's okay with it.
Well, if you stretch someone out for Slim, then you did a good job, I think.
Yes,
never mind.
Exactly. Okay, let's keep going.
To treat serious back pain. Soon after, a staggering number of women in America suddenly develop serious back pain, and the magic wand
Wink,
becomes
wink,
a
nudge,
staple
nudge.
of sock drawers all over the country. In the early 1970s, feminist Betty Dodson demonstrates how to use the magic wand in her body sex workshops and considers sex toys a symbol of female empowerment. Also around this time, after being
That's how I
humiliated
feel
by a
empowered.
department store worker while buying a vibrator, New York businesswoman Dell Williams founds Eve's Garden, the nation's first sex shop that caters to women specifically.
Okay,
They help
honey, I didn't know
popularize
about
silicone
this.
vibrators that don't look like dogs,
Nice.
and
That's good.
basically invent the modern sex shop. 1983.
Okay, honey.
To dodge the stricter obscenity laws in Japan, companies like Vibratex make vibrators in bright colors and animal shapes, like kangaroos, turtles, and rabbits.
I understand why they would have went in the direction of calling the things rabbits and other things, but it was interesting to know now why they actually did that. Because when Slim was working in the sex shops, that we had all the rabbits and the other things. Okay, that makes sense. They were trying to hide it more from a.
Oh shit, Sydney! No, be careful.
Wait, what?
She said
what's
she
going on
nearly
now?
had a wreck laughing.
Jeez, we told you earlier, honey, to drive safe. We didn't. We told you, honey, and we. You know what? Okay, you know why Sydney said that?
Thanks, Liam. I was just looking it up on Amazon. You're a legend. Sorry.
You know why? You know why Sydney said that though is because Slim said she would spank her butt if she didn't drive safe. So I think she's just looking for a butt spanking is what's going on, huh, Sydney? Are you just looking for a butt spanking from Slim? Never mind, honey. I'm glad you're okay, and I hoped that it wasn't that bad or it wasn't that close. And so what we're doing is we're talking about it's going to be about that. Yeah, exactly, honey. It's very priceable. That's not even a word, is that? A priceable? It's a great price for what it does, and
Very affordable.
Yes, there we go, honey. That's what I was.
Second hand.
And Liam, by the way, that's a nice picture that you're using. Cute doggy.
Yes. And honey, Slim and I used to test sex products for different companies, and no matter how hard I tried to break the toy, I could not break the Hayachi one. And see, I told you, Sydney, you just wait. You just want Slim to spank you in the DMs, don't you, there, honey? Yes, I knew it. I knew it. Don't worry, he'll DM you later. Okay, honey. Let's see. I'm a year older than a rabbit. The rabbit. Okay. And that's when it came out. Okay, honey, I get you. I didn't know there was a turtle. I knew there was a rabbit and the cat, and there's a couple other ones I knew of, but I didn't know about the turtle, honey. But now we're in 1995.
Yeah, or the kangaroo.
Oh, yes, exactly. I didn't know about the kangaroo either, honey. But now 1995 is when Slim was becoming a teenage boy. So this is around the time that he started experimenting with the Sexima toys. So he'll know more about this than I do, because I was from the 1800s. I knew about all the crank stuff and the foot pedal stuff, because that's where I learned how to have my sex there, honey.
1995, the fleshlight is designed to discreetly collect samples from sperm.
Okay.
What's okay?
Wow.
Okay, hold on.
That's
I did
actually
not know.
really fucking smart.
I did not know that it was developed in 1995, for one, honey. For two, let's replay this and see why. I know we all heard it, and I paused it right before, but I did not know that they were using it to collect samples. So here we go. Let's replay this. Okay, is everybody ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying not to be verklempt over here. Here we go.
Fleshlight is designed to discreetly collect samples from sperm donors. Soon after, the inventors realize, wait, we should totally sell this on the internet.
Oh my god, honey, that is hilarious. How are you discreet? Wait. Okay, what is the situation where you were discreetly taking semen samples from a person? I don't.
Well,
Sperm banks.
Yeah,
Okay.
You
It said
you don't have to
discreetly.
wank
It said
by hand.
discreetly. Okay, but it said discreetly, which makes me seem that there's these women who are faking, putting a fucking fake vagina there,
No,
and
but
so they can cook.
it's like you don't have to squirt it into a cup or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Maybe
makes
discreetly is not the correct word, but
Okay, because when they use the word discreetly, it made me think that there's these women who are putting these things up their vaginas and letting gentlemen screw these fleshlights to get semen so that they can go and sell their
It
sperm.
looks
I don't
like-
know.
It looks like Hitachi are now making a bullet of the magic wand.
Yeah. So there is a smaller version, right? Right, honey? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, there's a smaller version. Just give me 1 second, honey, and then I will put you large.
Travel.
Yeah, and so there's the travel version, and it works almost as good. It doesn't give you as much power, but yeah, I would recommend that one as well. And we can't see it very well, but yes, we definitely get that. And so everybody, if you don't want the big one, like if you're in your 20s, you don't need the Hayachi one yet, honey. When you're in your 40s and 50s, you definitely need the Hayachi one, if you know what I'm talking about.
Start small. Start small.
Yes, and that's what we always say, honey. Just like Slim says when he does sideshow acts, you always start small and work your way up, honey. You don't want to blow yourself out too soon. It's never fun when you blow yourself out.
But
and
if
thank
you
you
could
for
blow
that picture,
yourself,
little wolf.
that would be nice. Oh,
I mean, never mind. I blew too many semen for me to speak about that, but never mind. We'll keep going. So
1997. Real dolls utilizes silicone and mechanical joints to provide a more realistic fake girlfriend experience. 1998. The concept of a
1998.
dual action vaginal and clitoral stimulator is thrust into America's living room with an
I love how she said that, honey. She said thrust into America.
the living room.
Look at the thing before, like that. Look, this scene right before.
Yeah, it's a family.
Yeah, watch properly. Like,
Yeah, play from here.
yeah.
1998.
yeah.
The concept of a dual action vaginal and clitoral stimulator is thrust into
into the. And
look at the dad. He's like, yeah. The one's like,
the
boy's like,
what?
Look
The
at the
girl's
7-year-old daughter.
That looks scary.
The boy is like, I am so confused. What is a clitoris? No, Daddy, you have not taught me about this yet.
Yeah, Daddy doesn't know where it is either. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's laughing because he's like, there's no such thing as a clitoris. That's a mythical creature.
Right next to the flat Earth evidence.
Exactly.
And the haggis. And the haggis beast.
Yes.
The haggis beast,
And the little girl is like, I have to do what to my what? Oh my god, I don't think I'm ready for this.
No, she doesn't look ready.
No, she's like, I'm half smiling because I'm pretending I'm happy, but this is not what I want to go through, honey. Why do you have me in this outfit that looks
she's
like
like,
I'm a
this is
Catholic
so
school girl?
awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And mom and Mama is really happy because she finally gets her clit paid attention to.
Yeah, she's just there like, a whole new world.
No, but also like gets thrust into the living room. No, bedroom.
No, it doesn't. That didn't make
That would
any
have been
sense.
the right phrasing.
It did not make any sense that it was the family thing.
Well, we'll
like,
see what
no,
happens because
no.
it was Carrie Bradshaw in a Sex in the City. So maybe, I don't know.
Okay, well, let's keep going and just see where it goes from here.
to America's living room with an episode of Sex in the City featuring
Yeah,
a
that's what
now
we're talking
iconic
about,
vibrator
honey.
called the Rabbit, made, of course, by Vibratex. They sell 1 million rabbits. Oprah's magazine calls it the Rolls Royce of sex toys, and it's been described as one of the most visible contemporary signs of active female.
Whoa there, honey. You did not need to squeeze that melon like that in front of my face. But yes, when Slim was working at the porn store, and I enjoy the Rabbit, there are multiple versions of it, and it's really high quality, and it's very popular. If you don't know what I'm talking about, honey, go to a sex shop and go ask them about their Rabbit. There's multiple versions
Over
of it
here,
now.
we have mainly like Ann Summers, Rampant Rabbit, and shit.
Okay.
Male sexuality,
like a
which brings
mainstream chain sex store, really big.
In Fort Collins, we only have 2, and one of them is a real sex store, and the other one is just like a lingerie store, technically. And Slim almost got kicked out of that one because they were talking about gay sex too loud. But we'll talk about that later. In Denver, there is there's a lot of the sex stores and all the fun things that you can go and do and get stuff. But here it's just so bland.
Well,
Brings us
like I
to-
say, and Summers is like a big chain, like a
Okay.
multi-million, like no multi-billion, I guess, like chain store that sell lingerie and sex toys, like their own sex toys that they design.
Okay.
Like they're really big. They're also
That-
unfortunately an ML. They also have an MLM component, but that was second.
There's a chain over here that I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it's kind of the same thing because I think I heard it being compared to it. So we have like a lingerie and sex toy line where they have like a warehouse, not a warehouse, but like a larger site type store, and I think it's a chain, and I think it's comparatively the same thing. Once I remember, I'll mention it again. But I miss down in Denver because there was so much sex stuff down there that we could be involved in. There's so many strip clubs, and Slim gets to get booked at all these strip clubs. So like PTs, and all these other strip clubs, Slim actually got to work at, and so I get to go for free, and then I get to go play with all the lovely girls down there. And every once in a while, there's some naked men. Oh my God, honey! When there's a naked man, I'm like, oh, I just can't I help myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why Slim's your favorite nephew, right?
Exactly, because he just takes me to all the fun places. He takes me to
And
the
because
sex
he's always
dungeons,
naked.
honey. And
And he's always
that I can't. I don't look at that so much. But he brings me to all the fun places, and then I get to go into the side rooms, and I get to go have my fun. You know, honey. He goes in that room, and I go in this room, and
so he's a great wingman.
Yes, exactly, honey. He hooks me up with so many hot men. I get to get with all the go-go dancers here in the Denvers. So, all right, let's keep watching.
The
honey.
21st century. With the advent of the internet, rapidly evolving tech, and the degradation of society in general, we've entered the golden age of sex toys.
Golden age.
Research
Ooh,
shows
kinky.
half of adults use sex toys regularly.
I don't think you needed to make that look like that, honey. That was you did not need to cut the vibrator in half. That was not a good visual. Just to let you know.
Celebs like Gwyneth Paltrow and Dakota Johnson have
Screw. Yes, screw her. She is selling a bunch of bull crap. She sells freaking candles that smell like her vagina. And like I heard they don't smell like her vagina. Somebody told me. And then she sells all this like water stuff or like all this other like woo crap. It's horrible. Please do not.
She actually gives out disgusting amounts of misinformation. I'm telling you to do things like steam your vagina.
Exactly, honey. Yeah.
That does not sound healthy.
No, and like
it's dangerous.
butthole
It's
bleaching and
getting burned.
Yes, exactly, honey. Yes, no. So she's giving out very, very bad information. Please do not do anything that. If you want to laugh, go and look at her blogs or go look at her shite on the different social medias. But do not believe in anything that she says because it is like detrimental to your health, honey. Just like all the piss drinkers and all the other woo tods, all the people that are just wooing you for money. Please don't. And I think they're going to talk about a couple other people that do that as well in just a second.
Have launched lines of boutique sex toys. Inclusive non-binary sex toys are
Okay, this
love that
I can
brand of champagne.
Yeah. Okay, and this I can agree with is non-binary sex toys. I can agree with this for sure, honey. But not Gwyneth Paltrow's anything that she does and anything she promotes.
Are now common at sex shops. Smart vibrators, like the Lioness, track and measure orgasms to learn.
Yes, this is very interesting. This is the AI of sex products. Yes, we had some of these at the sex store. So here, let's just listen to what else they can do.
What gets you off? And there are even AI-assisted sex dolls that can hold a conversation in case you value an artificial mind with your artificial ass. Sex toys continue to bring people closer, like the Cowgirl, which has 10 different intensity levels, costs $1,500, and can be controlled remotely from your phone. What started as cock rocks has turned into
a movie. So it was about a AI. She was on a porn site, like imagine Twitch, but for cam girls, right? And she was getting really popular, and then this AI model took over her identity, and it's like a horror thriller kind of thing. And she goes on one of those machines, but like they say, like, no, you don't want to go on that. Susie went on there the other week and she broke her clit. Like her vagina straight up fell off.
Oh my god, Annie, that's hilarious.
The people watching can control it. They have full control over it. You don't.
Okay. But wait, broke her clit? Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Yes, you can destroy different parts of the genitalia. Little Wolf, what debate is going on? Just let us know. And goodbye. We'll see you later. But let us know who's going on, because I think that's why all of our viewers dropped. Yep, that's why I think all of our viewers dropped, which isn't a bad thing. We'll go on a little bit longer.
MC versus SOM, whoever that is.
Yeah, SOM.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Never mind. Okay, so we're gonna do just a little bit more, and then we'll let you all go over there, because I'm guessing that's why we lost all of our viewers, which isn't a bad thing, because we still got people that are gonna watch this in the future. You all will come back and watch it. So let's go ahead and keep going with this.
One of the world's most innovative and beloved industries. And forward-thinking companies like Mod want us to stop calling them toys and just call them vibrators, butt plugs, or whatever. So we salute you, sex toys, or should we say sex tools, for getting us...
Nice. Okay.
Why didn't they mention the thump it?
Oh, the thump it. We're going to go to the history of old pornography, and we will get to the history of condoms later. I want to get to this because I want to see if YouTube is going to freaking strike us for this. And Slim is not accepting of this, but we're going to do this anyways.
People have been making pornography for a very long time. It's been on the sides of temples in India, on Greek vases, in Roman bedrooms, in German drawing rooms. But a decisive moment in its history came in 1839 with the French artist Louis Daguerre's invention of the photograph, known first as the daguerreotype, which transformed the availability and realism of sexual imagery.
Oh,
it was
you
not
better
long
be,
before new
Sydney.
technology was being put to use to explore a variety of explicit scenarios.
Hold on, I
series of
can't
lesbian
pause.
encounters.
Okay. I was trying not to pause it on these images, but it's okay. Go ahead, Vila.
I was going to say, I think that's where the term crank one out came from. Someone asked earlier if the hand crank with the women's toys in Victorian era was where the term I'm about to crank one out. No, I think this is where crank one out came from. Because you crank the dial up to see the nudie women move and stuff. And that's where the idea of crank one out. I think that's where crank one out came from.
I would believe so, in the machines to make the pictures go around so that you could see something different while you're inside the booth or at home and looking through the viewfinder or whatever. And cheese and rice. It will be awesome if the YouTube's doesn't take us, make me snip this out, but it's so on sorry. YouTube. No, it's on the YouTubes. I just didn't look at the video before, but like, oh my god, honey, it's gonna be hilarious. So let's just keep going and see how long it
was made in Paris in the spring of 1840. For a time, the pictures were extremely expensive. In the early 1850s, one daguerreotype cost a week's salary for a French worker.
Ooh, a week's
it would,
salary,
pointed out one observer, have been cheaper to hire a prostitute for the day than to buy an image of her. But prices eventually came down.
Yes, but the thing is if you get a photo of a naked lady, you can have that forever. And so if you get a prostitute, it lasts 10 minutes. You know, most of my Johns only last about 10 minutes. So, you know,
unless you actually had your own camera and you could take a picture of the whore yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, but back in those days, that was not really an option.
It was very rare, and it took a long time. You had to like sit still for, you know, minutes, if not more than that. But let's keep going. Okay, yeah.
And the trade grew exponentially. By 1860, there were estimated to be 400 shops selling pornographic photos in Paris.
Kinky.
They were available in packs of
Paris.
on
That
several
makes sense
from an army of women
Paris.
who kept them under their dresses at all the big train stations. Heterosexual packs typically contained a selection of nude poses, some cunnilingus, some anal sex, and some light bondage. Looking at the images, there can be a basic surprise, a symptom of our egoistic sense of uniqueness.
We'll see how long it takes for them to take down the
sort of thing.
stream.
Our ideas of the past are likely to be so dominated by thoughts of politics, warfare, and the machinations of haughtily attired aristocrats. It can take a moment to remember that our ancestors were, of course, far more than this. There was a lot of
Kinky.
cunnilingus and a good deal of anal in the year of the Great Exhibition and the charge of the Light
The
Brigade.
Great Exhibition? Oh my
History
god,
teachers
honey.
were always attempting to bring the past to life. They try, in a quest for a more intimate sort of history, to show what houses look like and what an evening meal might have consisted of. They know how much top hats can inhibit our powers of empathy. But there is no quicker way to bring the 19th century vividly to...
Top hats can inhibit our... What? What did they just say? Does that make any sense to anybody?
Nope.
I don't... Maybe the lead in the hats?
Okay, honey. Okay, maybe
maybe the hats or something. I don't know.
Okay, I could get that.
There's a link to the higher the hat, the less empathetic they were, and it's a joke.
Or like it's like we do in the USM maze, where the larger your truck is, the smaller your penis is. So the larger your hat was, maybe maybe there was a correlation there.
It's probably the larger the hat, the more money they got. So that. Yeah, I think that it could be related to less empathy.
Yes. Okay, let's keep
Probably
going.
a joke saying like,
no more.
Bigger the hat, the richer they are, the less empathetic they are. Like,
yeah.
Efficient bridge across the centuries than to be confronted by tangible evidence that they were, in their deepest selves, despite all the gulf in centuries, just like us, in our more explicit and most animate moments. We may even start to look at other centuries and times with newfound empathy. Beneath the forbidding exterior of the 16th century Doge Andrea Gritti, painted by Titian, was someone who might have shared the gamut of our interests.
I think so.
We may have to rely on Alessio Baldovinetti's portrait for an idea of a 15th century Florentine lady, but empowered by the lessons of 19th century porn, we can guess that things would not really have been so formal and so otherworldly. Our peculiar and extreme sexual imaginations, with all the complications and joy they give us, have been thrumming within our species long before.
Look at all that tentacle porn.
We can feel at once connected up to our ancestors and less frightened of having lost our innocence.
Everybody who left the stream is gonna feel so pissed as soon as we tell them that we looked at all this after.
Maybe I should go into MC2's channel and say,
there's something else about photography.
And tell everybody. Yeah, exactly. It'd be hilarious.
With particular implications for pornography. Photography's genius
I am down
lies
for
in its
that,
ability
honey.
to offer us a sense of what feels like the present. It is a frozen moment of time, rescued from the dissolving force of the years. But this is also what makes photography especially poignant when it's viewed across decades or centuries. We sense with particular clarity the vivacity and immediacy of people in old photos, against which the one irrevocable fact we have in mind, that they've all died, then stands out with touching starkness. Their photographic liveliness makes their eventual deaths all the more tangible. Here are two people chatting in a street in London in the 1870s. For a moment, they live again, and then they and everything about their world is washed away in the river of time.
Yes.
As far as the eye can see, there are people stretched out on a Coney Island beach in the 1920s, fit, beautiful, energetic, with plans for dinner, a sense of fun, worries and intrigues. Every one of them swept into oblivion by the tsunami of history.
Damn, this got
The
dark.
poignancy is even more
I know.
acute around
I was
photographs
like,
of
I
children.
thought it was about to be
They
like
have, as they gave
pornography or the fun of it, or okay, let's get.
But it's true. It's
yeah, but let's skip
in the emotions of now, and we will eventually go just the way they went. Yet there is in porn also a heroic and redemptive defiance.
I don't know
of the
why
grim
it's so
future.
dark.
In their moment
Doesn't
of
make
pleasure,
any
the
sense.
figures
I
are
came to
denying
get
what's going to
off,
happen.
mate, not
don't
to
now
get a
care
fucking
that they will
history
grow old and
lesson
die.
into like how
Perhaps
someone having
they
an
are inviting us
existential
not to either.
crisis from
We can watch
porn.
them holding on to their pleasures.
I know. Okay. So it was
Dude,
supposed
you
to
have a
end.
crisis about Granny having sex, don't look at Granny's porn collection.
Yeah, no, I get exactly, honey. I thought we were going to get into hilarity before we got out of here.
Well, the similarity is I managed to find a flashlight which is called Riley.
Wait, a Riley flashlight? Is that what you just said? Oh, cheese and rice. Okay.
Send that link to Riley.
Okay, so we do have a history of condoms that lasts like 50 seconds. Let's go ahead and end with that because this at least gives us a little bit of less bleakness than we just had what we were watching. Cheese and rice. I didn't know it was going to get that dark. I thought it was going to be all fun.
By the way, those playlists that you made for it, are they public?
Yes, if you'd like, I can share them with you. Just
No,
let
but
me know.
no, but I that may be also just a good thing to do for every stream, like have the playlist available for everybody to look up the videos that you talked about.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
That's a
I
good
should start
idea.
putting that. I should start putting that in the
That just
description.
popped in my head like yesterday.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
oh, that would be a good thing.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this.
Using condoms make the difference between life and death. But did you know the first condoms were made in 3000 BC Egypt? China started making condoms for the head of the penis in 1400s out of cloth, silk, and animal guts, shells, and horns. Europe followed with their version of cloth condoms,
Look at that.
dyed by
That's
Britons
amazing.
in 1500s to fight syphilis, bought by Columbus sailors. Then, in 1839, Charles Goodyear discovered vulcanized rubber which produced condoms as thick as bicycle tires
Pause a
and
minute.
smelled like sulfur.
He's wrong there. No, they weren't in the 1500s. That's way before because there's one of
ribbons in 1500s to fight
Henry VIII's condoms in, I think it's like Hever Castle, which like there's literal evidence it was his.
Okay.
His DNA was still in it.
I think he wrote about it in a book, or one of the women he fucked did, and talked about him using it and putting it on and things, and like there was a term for it.
Oh shit! Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Hold on.
You messed up your sound big time.
Okay. Let's keep going on.
fight syphilis, bought by Columbus sailors. Then, in 1839, Charles Goodyear discovered vulcanized rubber which produced condoms as thick as bicycle tires and smelled like sulfur. Revolution came when latex condoms were introduced in 1920s, which were heavily used in World War II, leading 50% of American couples using them in 1950s. 1960s saw sex revolution that got condoms to India as deluxe nirod.
Okay, so there we go. There was that, and then we will go over all the other fun stuff next time. I don't know what the exact subject. We'll go over the history of condoms actually next time. So thank you all very much for being here. Tomorrow is the Slim's drunken news report that he will do. So he will be doing all kinds of other weird stuff. He looked it up today and he showed me, and I was like, oh my God, honey, I can't believe people are doing this stuff. So let's say goodbye to the panel. Vila, what would you like to say before we get the fuck out of here?
Just come hang out with me on my channel. I'm not on my main one at the moment. I'm on my backup because again I got flagged for corona misinformation. It looks like there's a troll like deliberately false flagging my shit. So fun times. But yeah, come hang out with me. Everything's going to start to go down at the moment with this character that I am covering. He is about to get kicked out of his property soon. So
yes. So everybody, and Vila, go ahead and do us a favor and put your channel link in the Swide chat. Anybody who is in the Swide chat who has a channel on the YouTubes or anything they want to promote, go ahead and put it in the Swide chat now. Because that's why we do this, is to get us more views and likes and all that fun stuff. So, the Brainless, how are you doing, honey? And what do you want to say before we get the fuck out of here?
See you tomorrow?
Yes, exactly, honey. We'll see you tomorrow, honey. Slim will see you tomorrow. And then the Miss C Cucumber, what would you like to say, honey?
Two things. First one is hashtag Hansworm Hat is fake.
Yes, let's do that.
Don't forget that. And second thing, Pearlfish is kind of starting up his channel a bit now. Just doing a few live streams of Pearlfish playing games, and probably going to be some 3D printing and modelling stuff going on there at some point as well. So if you want to pop over and say hello, that would be great.
Yes, awesome.
Okay.
So go ahead and put that link in the slide chat, honey. And then thank you all very much for being here for my butt stuff. And we will see you next time. Oh my god, honey. Thank you. Bye.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.